Welcome to the Man Cave, where niggas be niggas because that's what we like to do because we niggas. Alright? As always, my boy Cal's in the building, Jacob's in the building, Juan should probably be sliding through here lately. But if y'all did listen to last week's episode, y'all do know that I started kind of talking about the dating pool and how we as men need to start taking accountability for some of the things we do, because we can't sit here and say all these chicks is crazy. We can't say that ain't no good girls out there, or we can't sit here and say we just having fun and not take some responsibilities for what we do to these chicks. Yeah. But that's what we're going to talk about this week. This week, we actually going to talk about who you're dating. A lot of times we out here on the social media world talk about how men are trash. We sit here and we talk about how bitches ain't shit and everybody's hoes and women only just want us for our money and our materialistic things. But I think what we tend to forget is the quality of the woman that we're looking for, men, is not always the same woman across the board. A lot of these women that we deal with on a day-to-day basis are actually what I referred to last week as kiddie pool women. But not to seem like we're going to be women bashing today, because we do got some ladies that listen too. Believe me, I know a few of them personally. At the same time, sometimes these men, they kiddie pool dudes. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that today. But before we go any further, I got to ask my K brothers, how's your week been going?
Oh man, it's been a lot. It's been a lot going on. It's been ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Ups and downs. And that's some baby mother bullshit.
Oh shit. Now let me ask you a question.
That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
Now, let me before we go any further, would you, and this includes you too, Jacob, because you got ex-wife, baby mama issues too. Would you say that the women that you guys dated are kiddie pool women?
Okay, now
keep it real.
What stage in my life are you talking about? I got it.
Okay. You know what?
I mean,
hold on, let's break this down.
Yeah, we gotta break this shit down. You just said that. My answer ain't just that simple.
Okay.
So I had different stages in my life. I actually, real talk, I think I dated women from each area of the pool.
Okay.
I really feel I dated women from the kiddie pool, women from the deep end, women from the mid, So yes, some of the women I dated, to answer the question you're asking, but I'm just giving a broader answer because I have dated women from different areas of the pool. Yes, I have dated some kiddie pool women.
Would you label your baby mama a kiddie pool woman though?
Yes, I would.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I would. She I'm gonna say this, like, it's crazy because she wasn't always, she wasn't always. She wasn't always a kiddie pool. Like, but then sometimes I feel she might have been, and I just didn't see the kiddie poolness. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that my thoughts, and you know what I'm saying, where I believe she was mid pool. If I'm saying the level right.
Intermediate.
Yeah.
Or
I thought she was
shadow in.
Nah, I don't think she was shadow, and I'm keeping it 100. She wasn't no shadow, and she wasn't the game in her life.
Okay.
I believe she was immediate. I think she was immediate. You know what I'm saying? Am I saying that shit right? Immediate.
Intermediate.
There we go. I believe she was intermediate when I met her, and I believe she was intermediate for quite some time. But as I take a look back into it, I see she shifted back and forth from intermediate to kiddie pool, and my dumb ass was so in love and so blinded that I didn't see some of these kiddie pool shits until I was already deep in. And it's like she's the type of woman that her kiddie poolness come out. Her kiddie poolness come out when she's upset, when she's in her feelings, when she doesn't get her way. When things don't go her way, that's when them kiddie pool shits come out. But then she can stand firm in the intermediate. You know what I'm saying? She could stand firm in there, and she'll have you believing that she's solid in that intermediate pool area when she's really not.
What about you, Jacob? I know you have talked about your relationship and the situation with your ex-wife numerous times. Do you feel that she was a kiddie pool woman?
Thinking back now, she probably was. I'm in the same. Y'all could see me shaking my head when Cal was saying that. I'm in the same boat. My issue, it being hidden, like I don't know, hiding it in a good way to where you wouldn't even know until those certain situations happen, and then it's just out there, like like it's always been there, but it really hasn't. So,
all right. Now, I'm glad that both of y'all brought up some very key things that I want to talk to you guys with. Unfortunately, I haven't been in that situation. Lucky for me and Teresa, we grew out of our phases together, not the same rate. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there have been times where you can swear up and down that I was a fuckboy or a kiddie pool dude. In this case. And there was times where, Teresa just didn't care. Like, she had that don't care attitude about some situations too that could have also confused anybody else that, she's definitely a deep end woman, when she'll tell you, I ain't shit. I don't see why you stayed, bruh. Like, why did you stay? Like, at that point in time, I was stuck. I'm here already. They don't want to deal with kiddie pool women, so I'm cool here. So one of the things that you guys most definitely brung up that I want to go ahead and start off with is, you guys said on numerous occasions that she would show you that she has the ability to be a mature woman, to be a stable woman, to even be somebody that you would strongly believe that, okay, she's ready to develop to the next level, but certain things would still come out. Now, let me ask you this question, guys. When you seen some of these, let's keep it real, childish behaviors that they subjected, what made you still stick around and accept those childish behaviors from her?
Well, I'll start last night. Me personally, being the age that I was at the time, there were certain things that were done, let's say from a woman's point of view, or to me, not like gratifying and nothing like that, but that I've always been the one that's giving, trying to not really nurture, but show the love part of it. And on this ring, because she was the one that was doing all that, and I was able to sit back and receive this side, and so it was like the complete opposite. Another reason was because when I found out certain things was after she had received her ring.
Okay. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. I want to stick with the part.
Oh, were you talking about before?
I want to stick where you were emotionally trapped. Basically, this is a word that me emotionally awkward all the time. What were some of the things that she was doing that emotionally trapped you? Because one thing I realized, like looking at kiddie pool women and the way they move, they tend to use a lot of basic bitch maneuvers to make themselves seem like they're a good catch. So I'm asking you, what was some of the things that truly drew you to her that made you think that she might be the one?
One of the biggest things, and I always look back at it, for me was when I was having issues. A lot of people know in the beginning of that, it was a long distance. When we finally, she was always there though. I needed to talk. It just seems like whenever something was going sideways or I was feeling a certain way, boom, I get a phone call or I receive a letter in the mail or she would video chat me. Something like she just knew what was going on. And then when I first got to Pennsylvania, because I went to Pennsylvania where she was at, I got off the bus, rode the bus there, got off the bus, long ride. You could just imagine from Alabama to Pennsylvania, that's a long ride. I got off the bus, went to the crib, I walked to the crib, and food was cooking. I'm like, dang, that smells good. You know, that thing, big boys.
Where's my plate?
He's like, I know you're tired. I know you probably wore out. I made you a bath. I go into the bedroom to put my stuff down. In the bedroom is rose petals on the bed, silk sheets. I'm like, I go to the bathroom. The bath water is ran. There's bubbles in it. There's flowers in the tub. I'm like, what? I ain't never get handled around the tub. I'm like, oh.
Lay that good old trap.
I'm going to tell you like this. And this actually, I did in the tub. I went back in the room. I picked up my phone and I called my parents. And I said, I made it. I'm here. I'm never coming back. And if I do, it's going to be with my wife. I said that first day.
Damn.
And my dad said,
So basically my whole thing is, and this is not judging you for anything, because she caught you doing a vulnerable stuff.
Yeah.
Which is definitely plays a major factor, because I'm not even gonna lie, us men, that's one of our go-to entrapments whenever we're looking for vulnerable women. Like, that's one thing, we look for vulnerable women whenever we have our own insecurities, we have our own hang-ups, our own problems. The girl we want, we can't get, so we go for a lesser level. And one of the big things to guarantee that we won't get hurt like we did for the girl we really want, we go for ones in vulnerable states. And that's basically, from what I'm seeing, is how she seen it. She talked to you because remember the last thing you guys talked about, she remembered that. So when we came to the next time you guys talked, you guys communicated, she used it as a methodology of how to reach out to you. So she's like, well, when last time I talked to Jacob, he might have been, worried about his weight. So let me go ahead and make sure, let me write him a letter talking about you don't need to change who you are. You're perfect. If you was my man, I wouldn't care. Basically saying all the right things, and the irony behind it, Jacob, this is not a shot at you, because you are a woman whisperer, where you lean towards the woman side of everything often. She basically played you like a woman to get you in this position to be that person. Because even when you're saying these are the things that was there when I got there, that's things that we want their man to do for them when they came home from a hard day's work, or when they got done with school and the kids were being too much, or he doesn't appreciate me, and all of a sudden here comes Valentine's Day and you got a bed of roses and a hot bubble bath, and you're like, hey baby, you just stay home, I'm gonna take the kids, we gonna go here. That's what she is, because she manipulates people who are beneath her, not calling you beneath her, but the ones that she knows that are vulnerable and she can take advantage of the situation. The only thing was you were in such a need for someone to be in your corner for a change, instead of you always being in somebody else's corner. You emotionally latched on to her before she even had an opportunity to show you the true her.
That is absolutely true.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault in the sense of, oh, you're stupid, why didn't you pay attention? Don't ever let social media ever tell you. This is for anybody listening. Don't ever let media dictate you for being dumb for the mistakes you made, because the mistakes you make are what makes you a better person. A person who never makes no mistakes is a dangerous person, because they don't know how to handle things happen. Whereas you made a mistake. You lead with your heart. You've always been a person that leads with your heart. I can even tell how you talk that you lead with your heart in everything you do, because you don't want nobody to feel pain. So you'll be cautious about the words you use. You'll be cautious about the way you'll be cautious about your action. Because even with us, when we say, hey bro, go out there and get your dick wet, you're like, nah man, I don't want to hurt no girl's feelings when they can't be with me. Like, bro, you're not supposed to find the one to be with for life. You're just supposed to get your dick wet. That's all I'm supposed to do, because you lead with your heart.
I just talked about exactly that on my last show.
All right, now Cal.
Yes, sir.
You ignorant New York knucklehead ass nigga.
I sure am. And I was waiting for you to ask me my reason, because my reason is the total opposite of Jacob. My shit ain't got nothing to do.
I was like, nah, you a New York knucklehead nigga, so you asked for this.
I sure
how did you get to the point where you knew that there was things that wasn't right about her, but you still said, you know what, I still want this?
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Like I said, everybody prepare for my answer, because like Tone narrated, I'm a New York knucklehead motherfucker. So like, real talk, like that shit ain't had nothing to do with her luring me in, or no bubble bath, or none of that shit. That shit was the shit to me was excitement. Real talk, like we would argue, we would fuss. You know what I'm saying? It would be certain things, and then after that, we go make passionate ass fucking.
You already
like, I'm not talking about. I ain't talking about sex. Ain't no love making. We will fuck. You know what I'm saying? We would make hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was excitement at the time. That area in my life. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I was out there. I was making money. I was fresh. I was doing me, and I found the ride or die. She was a ride or die. She was in my corner. She was all about me. And she was in my corner, like she ride or die with me, whatever the fuck I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so, but she was very edgy, and you know, like she had that edge to her, and that excited me or whatever. Like I like that shit, you know what I mean, or whatever. So it was like I would see certain things, and I'd be like, all right, no doubt. And you know what I'm saying? Like I probably would blow up at the same time, you know what I'm saying, on certain situations, and then we both come to a level head, and now everything is all good. But so now everything all good, I'm not paying attention to what just happened and why it happened or what was said. I'm no longer thinking about that shit because we good now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 9 times out of 10, we probably done fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving it raw audience because that's how it was. You know, I'm going to say how it was. So, all right. I was young. I was caught up in it. It was all whatever. It wasn't until I matured more and, you know, became more into a man or whatever, matured more, and I start seeing, okay, look, this ain't good. You know what I'm saying? We can't be doing this, can't be doing that. Or, you know, the yelling, the screaming, the talking out your face and all that. Nah, this gotta, you know what I mean? And then this is where it stopped for a while. And, you know, I'm like, okay, she gets it. It stopped for a while. Things looking like it's changing. And then shit will pop up here, there. And it's like, you know, then you get railed back in. Then I had my daughter. Oh, bam, there we go. Another railing. You know what I mean? Okay, I got to be that dad. I got to be that father. I got to be this, that. So all that tied in together. And now, next thing I know, I looked up. 10 years done went by.
Yeah, time do be fast and quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Now here's the funny part. You, without me even having to 100% pay attention to what you said, roll right into where my next thought was going anyway. No. So it is funny because I actually am getting ready to record what I'm getting ready to tell you for my diary. So the irony behind it is unlike Jacob, where you had an intermediate pool woman who knew how to prey on kiddie pool people and manipulate people to be what she wanted, whether you're considered a pick me or you just don't get the concept yet. You actually had a woman who was basically in a kiddie pool mind state the exact same time you were in a kiddie pool mind state. All right. One of the things about women with the kiddie pool mind state is they tend to feel like their aggression is acceptable. That they're supposed to be this I don't take no shit woman. That they're supposed to lash out at every single time something don't go their way. That's because they've never been taught to properly control and channel their emotions. I'm not sitting here saying that when you're upset at your husband, well, baby, I think we need to talk because I'm not happy with no, we're not asking you to do that. But you ain't got to be like, see, this is the fucking shit I'm talking about every goddamn time I come around. You not about to play. That type of shit is unnecessary. But at the same time, Kyle, you made her believe it's acceptable because every single time she did it, she got the reaction from you she wanted. She believed that if Cal is not trying to fight for my love, he doesn't really want to be with me. Because you work hard to literally get your point across her during these time frames when she feels like acting like the biggest bitch in the room is the right way to go, and then you rewarded her for her bad behavior, she always felt like she kept doing it. The problem with this situation also is these are also two people who don't know how to communicate. This is including you too, Kyle. At this time in your life, for those listeners, usually when people who fight all the time, they don't know how to properly communicate. They don't know how. No one knows how to step back and diffuse the situation. I guarantee you, now that both of you guys are older, that if you look back at some of the things that you fought about, you will clearly say to yourself, "Dog, I could have just sat here and said, yeah, you're right." And that whole situation could have been avoided. That whole situation. You know?
That's a fact.
Because of our mind state at that time, we didn't know that. We felt we had to fight. Like, I'm sick of this shit, dog. I come home from work every day and the house is like this and you ain't did this and you want to talk all this 80-20 bullshit. What the fuck do you do with your 20? Like,
that's right.
Instead of saying like, hey, check this out.
Right.
Instead of like, hey, check this out. I've been at work all day. I get it. Shit's wild sometimes. Sometimes it takes you to get your head together. But check this out. We got to figure out a game plan that we can get stuff together early. I can't take you out to eat and to the movies and dinners and all this stuff if when I get home we ain't got the basics done. If I gotta come in the house and clean up because you were too tired to clean up today, then you too tired to go out because I'm gonna be tired after cleaning up. Now, yes, people that might still engage a fight, but I guarantee you the original way you want to respond, because that's the only way you knew how to communicate, can cause a lot less problems. Okay? Like, because that person, you blew up, y'all fight, y'all argue, y'all throw shit. She threatens to leave. Men, call your woman's bluff from time to time. I guarantee you, if you call your girl's bluff from time to time, she'll start deading all that shit. The one thing about a woman, men, and I'm telling you this in the Mad Cave, and don't you dare let this shit leave.
That's right. Don't let her leave the cave.
Women learn from a young age to always go for the jugular when you are in an argument. Okay? So, whatever your insecurities are about yourself, your woman knows because you told them to her. So, when we're arguing, that's the first thing she's going to bring up.
She's going after,
What I need for y'all to do to help us win in this war is sit down with yourself. Tell yourself what your insecurities are and try to work on them. Work on them one day at a time, a little bit by little. I don't give a damn if you fat, you don't want to be fat, if you not saying, if you either A, not accepting the fact that you fat and big niggas is winning, or you ain't putting a game plan in motion for you to no longer be fat, that's always going to be your insecurity. And that's going to be the very first thing comes out of her mouth when she's in an argument and you hitting her with real stuff. She's going to hit you low. If you saying, okay, I'm at work. Okay, you said you want to do this 80-20 thing. I'm at work all day. I'm bringing home the money. I'm taking you out. I'm doing this. I'm making sure your hair and nails done. Everything is good. My 80 is good. I get home. I don't get home cooked meals all the time because you saying it's too hot to cook. You do laundry maybe once every 2 weeks. What the fuck? Just keep the bedroom, front room, bathroom, and kitchen clean. The 4 rooms. You don't even have to do them all at one time. You can rotate every 2 hours. Do your 20.
Word.
You 100% right at this point in time. She gonna immediately, what the fuck your fat ass in here talking about? How dare you come at me like that? Out the door, she's going straight for your insecurity because you want to know why. The simple fact that she's fat, you go automatically either A, get extra agitated, or B, throw you off.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, fat? Fuck you mean fat? What you do in this situation is like, what do you mean fat ass? I'm like, what this fat ass nigga is saying, the same fat nigga that takes care of your ass is saying, do your 20%. Don't do your 20%. There is no reason for me to feel we need to still be together. Oh, so you just want to end this. You just want this relationship to end. You don't want to fucking be with me. No, I want to be with the woman who said that she was going to do what we agreed that this relationship was going to become. The woman I'm standing in front of right now is not being that woman. She said that she was trying to grow and become. Guarantee you come at her like that, you have did it. Any fucking thing she can ever say to you. I'm gonna back up because I'm about to go on my tangent and I don't need to. All I'm saying is get your insecurities in check so she can't put them on you. All right.
That's fact. So, it's actual factual right there. Actual. That's a jewel.
I'm laughing, but
no,
that's a jewel right there, bro.
Why are you laughing, bro? We here now.
Why you laughing? Yeah, express.
I'm laughing because Fresh just came in, right? And Fresh is listening like.
Like you nigga said.
He's like, damn, this nigga going in.
Oh no. Fresh, okay, Fresh just tuned in and he put in the man cave chat while you was going into him. Fresh just said, damn, that motherfucker going ape shit.
I'm just saying, like, okay. It's okay. Guys, it's the whole
Fresh, baby.
No doubt, partner in crime. You know, we wouldn't have this if I didn't have him. So, like, that's the whole time. But no, the thing about this is, and yes, guys, I did kind of just go in for a minute there, but a lot of this has to do with the fact that we as men, once we have accepted the fact that we are established this relationship with a kiddie pool woman, after a while, we are going to hit that point where we want to mature. Okay?
Yeah,
we do.
Basically.
If we've gotten past the I'm just smashing everything in sight phase and now we're looking here for quality women, a lot of times we wife the kiddie pool women because we see the potential. Now, a lot of women will openly on social media tell that, yeah, I date a man, don't date a man for his potential. Well, a lot of you women don't realize we date you for your potential.
That's a fact. That's a fact because...
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, my bad. I was gonna say, that's a fact because, God damn it, I don't give a damn how good you think your motherfucking I'm gonna just call it a peach. I'm gonna call it peach right now. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I don't give a damn how much good you think your peach is or how wet it get. That shit get old after a while. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? After a while, after you motherfucking had that shit every which way loose, that shit get old after a while. And we know your ass can't keep a job. We know your ass can't cook as good as mama. We know your ass don't clean as good as mama. You know what I'm saying? We know your ass get loud at times when you need to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
We know, you know what I'm saying? We now know that them what they call that? Them lace fronts and them tracks and all that's not all your hair, but it look good, so we don't complain. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what's up. We know that you still got the little muffin top that you can lose a little bit, and you know you wear the tight pants to suck it in, or you know what I'm saying, do a little. We know that. God damn it, we grab that shit during sex sometimes to acknowledge it's there and hold on and make you feel good about the shit. You know what I'm saying? We know all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But we still see the potential on where you can grow. And we still fuck with you. And we still defend all that shit. We tell you to look good when we know you don't need to be wearing them pants no more. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So before y'all take those swings at us, I'm sorry, I went on a little bit. You know, but
to preserve feelings.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
See,
we do that.
What we as men need to stop doing, starting in 2020. I'll let y'all do it for the rest of the year, but starting, because it's going to be cuffing season. From 2020 on, stop lying to these women. Like, no, real talk. I don't care what aspect that you're asking. Well, Tone, what do you mean? Stop lying to these women. I don't care if it's you lying about what you got. Don't lie about what you got. Just tell her, like, hey, I'm an up-and-coming po nigga who currently living on my mama's couch. I am going to school for this right here. I am doing this over here. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably not long-term relationship material, but I am fun to be with. Can I take you out sometime? Keep that shit real. Like, if your life is not where you want it to be, let her know at this moment my life is not where I want it to be, but these are my goals and what I'm doing to get there. That woman will respect you for being honest. Now, she may say no because she might be in that point in her life where she wants to settle down, and you might not be there. But you never know. She may just be as broken as well, too. Like, ooh, I'm glad you said that, because I just had to move with my sister last month because I couldn't pay my rent at the place I was at. So if you don't mind having to come over where it's a bunch of kids running around from time to time, yeah, we can go out sometime. You know what that nigga would say? Shit, there's a bunch of kids running around my damn house.
Right. Fuck it.
Realest thing. Number 2, men, stop lying to women about how they look in their clothes. Fashion Nova is making millions of dollars off of women putting on clothes that she should not be in. And she's buying this shit because you letting her put it on. The thing that she was in the room modeling like, yeah, I mean, that ass is fat and all that, but don't do that.
That ain't the one.
Don't do that.
The one right there.
Put a shirt on with that. And keep it rolling. Keep it real with her. If you care enough about her, keep it real with her. She might be, you calling me fat? Look, I'm fat. You fat. We was fat when we got together. So I ain't got to call you fat. You already know that. And because you fat and we fat, you ain't going to be fat in that. Keep it real. She's going to be in her feelings and whatnot, but you love her. And just say, baby, I love you, that I won't let you make the mistakes in your life. You've come too far.
Not going to happen. I love you. I love you too. And if you really want to throw the icing on it, hit her with this. Yo, baby, I love you too much to lie to you.
Nah, don't do that.
Yo, you do that.
Try to get somebody killed.
Yo, I'm telling you. And see, you know what, Jacob? I'm glad you brought that up, because, you know, at the beginning of the show, Tone said us men, we need to take responsibility for certain things that we do to these women. So here on right here on the Man Cave, I'm going to take full responsibility for mesmerizing the women that I mesmerized, and, you know, spit that good talk. And, you know, I'm going to take full responsibility because I have mesmerized women in my day, and I gave them the dick. You know what I'm saying? That too. So and you can't give the dick. You know, you got...
Stop lying to him, make it sound fly to him.
No, I gave up those ways. I don't. Let me make it clear. I gave up those ways. I haven't done that in a long time. But I'm just taking ownership. I'm taking ownership in that part in my life when I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? I want to take ownership. The women out there that I mesmerized, and you know, I you know, with my words and my charm, and you know, me being the ladies' man. And I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. And
I'm sorry.
A special apology for the women that I gave the dick to. And I mesmerized them and gave them the dick, because every man knows there's a difference between the penis and the dick.
This is true.
Big difference.
So, what Kyle is saying, for those of you guys who need a translator, is, and he's sorry for the women he made them think that it was going to be a relationship when he was just trying to have some good old fun. He apologizes for that. He actually truly apologized to the women who not only did he make them think that there may be a relationship, but he gave them relationship loving when he should have just been fucking them.
Basically.
That's what he's saying. You guys who don't understand New York. Just saying.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
Thank you.
something like a translator here. Okay. So
Appreciate that.
it's okay, man. We've all been there. All right. Lie number 3 that I need you men to stop doing. Okay. Because of this particular lie you men do, you have created an epidemic of women who feel like that there is gold between their legs. Stop telling these women that they have grade A pussy.
Oh gosh.
Because we're believing this. Okay.
Yes.
This is our fault. This is 100% men's fault. And here's the reason why it's 100% men's fault, guys. There is no fucking way a woman would know what the quality of her sex is because she can't actually fuck herself. Nor can another woman fuck her and give her a legitimate answer, because if another woman is fucking her, they're using a plastic dick and they're still not getting the same level of sensation that we're getting. The reason why I need you men to stop saying that this woman or these women have grade A pussies or bomb ass pussy is because that pussy don't hit the same for everybody. There can be a kid that lives in our neighborhood and I can hit it, Juan can hit it, Jacob can hit it, Cal can hit it. But because we've all hit it at different, you hit it. You didn't know you didn't know we hit it.
Y'all hit it. I want it.
You didn't know.
No, you didn't know. You didn't know we hit it. She ain't tell. See, okay, Jacob, let me break it down to you. By the time, Jake, let me break it down to you, Gator. By the time you hit it, me, Tone, and Juan already hit it. So now she done converted to church. She's changed her life. So by the time you hit it, she ain't tell you about the skeletons in her closet. You know what I'm saying?
He found Jesus. He washed away her.
You know what?
So she feels better about herself now.
Go. She found Jesus. Hallelujah.
You know, when they find Jesus, they completely forget that they were like crackheads and sinners back in the day.
Exactly.
Like they didn't about the stuff they did.
That's right.
But
then they go and marry the deacon, and you know everything.
And he sleeping with the choir. But that's a whole other story.
Whole other story.
But no,
I'm not doing this with y'all.
But the thing about it, let me get back on point here before I lose all track of memory. All right. So the thing about this situation, for you listeners out there, is we've all had different experiences. Because of her, let's say, for an example, being with me, Juan, and Cal, she's learned some techniques that now when Jacob gets with her, she got a whole bag of tricks that she didn't have when she was with me. Or that Cal was a little bit too rough for her. Or Juan actually loved her, but because he wasn't ready to deal with her crazy, he left her alone. You know, we've all been with her, and we've all been with her in different aspects of her life. So now we all one day sitting around, she comes to the ToneDef radio party. She sees that we all kind of know each other. And of course, she's going to be like, I'm not going nowhere near these niggas. And then, you know, one of us not realizing anything says, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Like, come on through. And we have a little small talk. And then the first thing, hey, Tone, where do you know her from? Oh, man, I was kicking with her back in the day. The one look at me like, when? Like, long before I knew y'all niggas. This was, dog, she was cold with a dick, wasn't she? And then everybody's like, oh, you been with her? Like, next thing you know, knowing the whole crew have been with her.
Wow.
And then Jacob might be like, man, she got some bomb ass pussy. She was all right. You know? But because niggas have been lying to her and saying her cat is the best they've ever had, when in all honesty, they're just talking to the pussy at the time because they in the pussy and they about to nut. So it's not a true statement. She's now believing that she has this golden compass between her legs that will tell all men, come here if you want to reach glory. And it's like, I've had better. So men, please stop lying to these women, letting them know they got grade A pussy, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. One, you will always find someone who does something a little bit better than she did, and two, sometimes your sex game is whack too. So just keep it 100. You know your sex game is whack. That's one of your insecurities, and believe me, your girlfriend's gonna say that your sex is whack when y'all arguing. So just accept your insecurity. All right.
Oh shit. Just accept it.
Accept your insecurity. But real talk though, at the end of the day, people, because we're going to wrap this up because we're not going to be here for 8 hours like we used to. It's summer. It's hot. Niggas ain't got time for this shit. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up real quick. So to sum up everything back to what we basically talked about, guys, you got to look at the women that you're dating. You honest to God need to put it on the table of what you're looking for from that woman, from that particular woman you're going with. If you happen to put on the table that all you want to do is have a little fun, you ain't looking for nothing serious because it's just not that place in your life, take your L's if she says, I can't deal with you. Sometimes when you approach a particular woman and even the way you approach her, as you would learn from last week's episode, there's telltales of whether or not what you want, you're going to be able to succeed with the woman that you're presenting yourself to. Okay? If you're at that point in time in your life when you're ready to leave the kiddie pool and maybe move on to an intermediate woman and deal with a woman with a little bit of substance to her, then make sure that you got yourself in order before you make that move. Because I'm telling you right now, dick pics and can I eat that ass is not going to get you anywhere with women other than kiddie pool women. Being blatantly honest with you. Okay? Just blatantly honest with you. Because if I hear one more single women group session complain about a random dick pic that popped up in her inbox because she didn't ask for it, it was unsolicited, yeah, I'm sick of that shit. And matter of fact,
I've been seeing that a lot.
Because you get these niggas doing shit for no reason like that. Because they don't have no substance, Jacob. What happens is you get guys who don't know how to hold conversations anymore. So when you get to the point, and the same thing for some of these girls, you can always tell a kiddie pool girl because he can't do, say, move, or anything that doesn't eventually go back to sex. He's not mentally prepared to be on a deeper level. So basically just use that person for what you want. And these are the women that get used. Now, unfortunately, they mentally want to grow up. They mentally want to have somebody better, but their actions ain't showing it, so they keep getting these same kind of dudes. But, yeah, like...
That's a fact.
And the problem is these younger dudes or these young-minded dudes, they've been doing this so long dealing with these immature women that now that they're 30, 35, and they're trying to pursue women that are in their age categories because the little 23, 24-year-olds don't want to give them no attention anymore because, nigga, you old. Now, they don't know how to approach older women. They don't know how to approach the women that they should be talking to in their age category because they can't do that young shit anymore. They can't. And that's the problem with the generations out here now. You have all these women that from their 20s now rolling into their 30s who want quality men, but the problem is the men that they came up with didn't have nobody to teach them how to be quality men. So now you got fuck boys and kiddie pool niggas running around doing stuff. That's why and then on top of that, I'm not even gonna lie, social media emphasizes the ignorant behaviors entirely too much that people are starting to believe that these ignorant behaviors are what you're supposed to do. You see?
Yeah, because social media take the ignorant behaviors and they put it on a pedestal. So this is where all the kiddie pool niggas and the kiddie pool women actually look, and I say look loosely, quote unquote, look like they're winning or they're on top. Because social media glorify them before they, glorify the shallow end niggas or the shallow end women, and that's where it gets lost. That's where translation gets lost.
Exactly.
It gets shuffled.
Exactly. So nobody's there to say, hey, my nigga, cut that shit out.
That's right. That's right.
That's nobody's there to say, hey, nigga, cut that shit out. And that's another thing. Like, a lot of these girls are not having these older male role models in their lives to kind of say that behavior is not acceptable. We have so many single mothers raising so many kids that the single mothers are still trying to find themselves because in the beginning they were immature women trying to get the men to be responsible for the child that brought into this world when he was never mentally prepared. Now let me back up a little bit more. I apologize. These men, even though they were not prepared, tried to do what they can. This is when during the 80s, a lot of dudes started selling drugs hard. because it was fast money. They wasn't doing it because they want the flashy cars and the gear and anything. They were selling drugs to provide for their family. Okay? But when crack hit the scene and big money started coming in, niggas started getting killed over this stuff. People were getting major incarceration time. A lot of dudes they were leaving home to go other places to make money. Some of them were being forced to go join the military instead of doing jail time. So a lot of men, especially in the black community, were being removed from situations. A lot of women were raising kids on their own. And because you don't have that man to either tell that young boy, this is how you treat women, or have a man tell that young girl, this is not what you're supposed to accept from dudes. We started getting a generation of kids that were born in the late 80s who had to basically grow up on their own. They had to handle a lot of stuff on their own. And because of this, we started getting two different types of males that came from these fatherless homes. You start getting the emotionally damaged men who, because their father wasn't there to tell them right or wrong, they lash out of their anger because there's nobody to come in and fill that void because mom is trying to do everything on her own. So you're being raised by the streets. And at this point in time, all the drug dealers, the big niggas who had rules, regulations, guidelines, like you had ranking, they're all locked up. So now all the hungry little happy-headed niggas that was on the lower ground level, they're now in charge. And they're like, ooh, we running shit now. And no more of that rule shit. Nigga, it's let's get dough, let's do this. And if they come on your turf, because back in the days, these rules were like, these blocks belong to these niggas over here. These blocks belong to these niggas over there. Don't ever cross line. Don't cross line. You know what I'm saying? But then it became like, okay, these rules are out the window. I want this whole section. So I'm going to kill them niggas over there. And next thing you know it, we got niggas killing niggas, which is, once again, eliminating more black men. Now it's like, yeah, man, my uncle died like this. I'm going to be a gangster too. Fuck niggas. Fuck bitches. I don't want to hold nobody down. I just want to get this money. And it's like, okay, once again, you don't know how to treat women. You don't have that savoir-faire about yourself anymore. You just want to be an ignorant ass dumb nigga now. And now when you do see a girl you want, and this girl has got some moves and got things going for her, you upset because she won't give you the time of day. So the first thing you do is you disrespect her. And she's like, dog, you didn't have to disrespect me. Like, you wildin' because they don't know how to, express themselves properly. They don't know how to express. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's one category. Now, the second category, and I know we gonna probably get some backlash with this, but the second category is niggas get feminine. Like, you grow up in a house full of women, you get around a bunch of women, you start having feminine behavior. Sometimes you're a little too soft, you're a little too sensitive, you're too in your
emotions. Bitchness qualities, man.
Yes, you start becoming a bitch ass nigga.
Bitch ass nigga.
So either these households are creating dumb ass niggas or bitch ass niggas, and we definitely can't tolerate bitch ass niggas because when you doing women traded things, dog, that's definitely not gonna get you ahead.
Hell no.
Because you growing up with these petty feminine ways, and I'm not talking about being gay and doing all that stuff. That's a whole nother story. I'm talking about
motherfuckers that like to gossip. Motherfuckers that like to hate on other motherfuckers because they getting money or they shining. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass motherfuckers that wanna set you up or try to fuck your woman. You know what I'm saying? When you went away to the military or you went away to college. You know what I'm saying? All that them bitch ass ways or whatever. That's what we talking about. Y'all bitch ass niggas know who y'all.
To put that in context, we're talking about here real quick. Let's say, for an example, there's a young lady you're interested in. That young lady doesn't want nothing to do with you. But then you come to find out this young lady got a boyfriend already. And he might have been on the streets just like you was, but he's trying to get his life together because he got other avenues he want to go through. Instead of you accepting your L that you got from this chick, because she really is out to leave, you go drop a dime on him instead. You go and say some foul shit to his girl about him. Or, knock on wood, I don't wish this to nobody, you want to be a hoe ass nigga and actually go and rape his girl just to get back at him. These are bitch ass niggas. And honestly, Jacob, it actually has happened.
Yeah,
it has happened. You know, it has happened where these methodologies or these methods of behavior has caused men to do some of the most ignorant things simply because they don't know how to process their emotions correctly and take their L's. Okay, so because we have dumbass niggas and bitch ass niggas hanging out in the kiddie pool area, we have a bunch of women who they don't know, like, is this all that's out there for me? Like, this is all the kind of men that I can get right now because this is all I see. And where's the first place that everybody goes whenever they need to express themselves? They go to social media. So now you have posts on top of posts on top of posts of women complaining about the quality of men that are in their face. You got posts on top of posts of men butt hurt because they can't find a better quality of woman. Well, it's a universal cycle because either A, the type of woman you want, you're not mentally ready to have that type of woman and you feel like you're supposed to have her. So since you can't get her, you're going to use your bitch ass nigga tendencies, complain about them all day, sounding like an actor online, or you gonna find in every woman that you know her trigger and you gonna manipulate her to take advantage and use her. Ain't none of y'all good women. I can't get the woman I want, so let me go call these simple-minded women who are looking for love and let me damage them a little bit more. And I'm not gonna lie to you, all men have done that to at least one woman. We have all dealt with at least one woman who we know for a simple fact is below our standards of quality, but because we need to feel good about ourselves, we dealt with her. Some of us knocked them up. Some of us knocked them up. That's why you get these women out here be like, who the fuck slept with you? Who got you pregnant?
Oh yeah, but you know how it backfires sometimes, because sometimes when you deal with that woman to make yourself feel good, and you know what I'm saying, you know that she ain't on your level, sometimes those be the ones that have some good ass, they got some good ass shit, boy, and you be like, damn, I know you ain't on my level, but goddamn, you know how to fuck a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You be looking like
you get the second scenario with the who fucked who, and these are the ones who have these ignorant ass baby mamas. You have these baby you should not have ever gotten pregnant. You have these baby mamas who mentally should not be a mother, but because she did something strange on the ding-a-ling, you kind of like, hey, lost. I gotta do this more.
You get lost. You get lost.
I can do better. I deserve better, but this one right here, know what she's doing, so I'm gonna keep on dealing with her, and that's not a smart move to make. So
at all,
we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up right here, guys. Stop putting your dick in everything. Stop lying to these women. Stop acting like you are God's gift, because you're not. Believe me, there's millions of you. No matter what statistics say, yes, there's 12 women to every man, but only good men can get all 12 of the women, and you don't deserve none of them. So that means that Jacob now can have 36 women because, anyway, that's the math. With that being said,
basically. Oh, and I want to say something, and to all the kiddie pool women out there that's holding on to those intermediate men and or shallow men. Let them motherfuckers go. Let them motherfuckers continue to grow and shine and be great. And stop holding on to their ass with your kitty ass pool waves. Let them motherfuckers go. If you want to be a little kitty ass motherfucker, keep your little kitty ass over there and let go of those men that's growing and shining, and let them be great. God damn it, with your kitty ass.
Why you so childish, dog?
Why you sounding like you was 12, dog?
Didn't you just hear me say, dog, like, why you so childish, dog?
I'm just saying, man.
With that
Sounds like
being
he had
said,
his tongue out.
no, he did. With that being said, make sure you check out the Man Cave on all streaming platforms. That's Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, or wherever else you listen to your podcast at. Make sure you check out other shows here on TDR by going to our link tree. The link is definitely down below. That's linktr.ee/TDR Pod Network. With that being said, I'm Tone. That's Kyle. That's Jacob. Somewhere in the back in the kitchen making pork chop sandwiches, Juan. And we out of here, people.